Today, we furnish our new campus with a Mage's college. Good morning and welcome to MorningCraft. Grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's begin. So, if these sunbeams don't wake you up, I don't know what will, but it's time to get back to work on our university campus by bringing a sort of wizard school, Mage's college, whatever you want to call it, out of this sort of wool template we have. So let's get started. In keeping with my wizard's tower, I wanted to go for a pretty high fantasy feel to this build. And so I chose a block palette of quartz, mud bricks, amethyst, and plants. And you won't see the plants until the end. They really make the build go from a solid 3 to at least a 9, I'd say. You can see me here putting in the quartz as I wanted the lower level to be built out of quartz brick. This outcrop I'm building here is going to be sort of a walkway. It's going to be somewhere you can stand, look at the view, and it's going to look pretty good by the end. And then the upper layer is going to be built out of mud brick, and so I got to work on a staircase that begins that transition, and then got to work on the mud brick level. I really like the colour of the mud brick stone, I just don't like its name. If I'm building something grand like a cathedral, it feels kind of wrong to be using mud to build it. It feels almost like insulting the real world building, which is why I had to mine a bunch of granite. And you can see me putting in some supports and buttresses into the quartz section as it holds onto the mud brick section. And then I got a nice smooth gradient on this walkway and added in a footway where you can walk along with some spruce planks. You can also see me building up these diorite pillars, and they're going to be pretty important later. And then you can see me marking out a bright purple beam with glass, and that's not going to be staying, but it helps me keep things exactly where they need to be, so that you can sort of see all the way down the runway into this crazy sort of portal I'm going to build. It's not really a portal, it's kind of more like a storage area, but I'm not entirely sure what it is, it just looks pretty magical. And now that all of that's laid out, you can see me adding a bunch of details to this, smoothing out its curve and adding an amethyst backing behind it. I decided to use soul lanterns for this to give it a real magical feel. Regular lanterns, they look really nice, but I feel like I could make one in real life.
Henderson was mulling over his recent rejection at the bar when he was approached by a strong and rough figure, a forge worker named Able Health.
I heard you want to give them mages a taste of their own medicine, eh?
I proposed it, but alas, they did not agree with my fervour.
Whole bunch of us want revenge. They killed my wife. Enough of us to muscle onto that ship. If you can lead us to Arborith, we'll drop something explosive into that mana pool for you.
It's treason, but someone has to take the first shot. Let's do it.
Able Health and the victims of the dragon muscled their way onto the swordfish at night, defeating the 3 guards. The swordfish lifted off and beelined to Arborith.
This is the right thing to do. It must be done. I am no different to Murphy. I love this city. I may be a traitor, but I also cannot stand by and watch this city destroyed.
So you can see now the effect of this super cool but also kind of weird portal-y storagey thing. But in just a moment, you'll be able to see exactly why it lines up with the pathway. Are you ready? Here it comes. Boom. We've got these cool amethyst sort of lenses that focus in all the way back into that storage area. Maybe this is going to channel some magical energy, or some other magic stuff that I don't understand because I'm not a wizard. But overall, it's pretty cool. So let's go over a couple comments from the previous episode. We got this one from Mossman, who wants to know how I built so much stuff. The answer is dedication. And we got a comment from Raina Zufel, who says that it looks like a Victorian prison, which I definitely agree with. Sleepiest Panda is in agreement on the organic composition of campuses. And last episode I didn't make it quite clear what I'd be building, but Desolator was excited anyway. And Ravenport asked if I could have any college degree, what would it be? At the moment, I'd have to say history. And Burr liked the video so much, I've had to blur parts of his comment. But this building is really missing a pop, so let's go ahead and add that. With a hint of nature. And that came to life so quickly, you'd think it might be magic. Which is actually pretty topical for this video. The contrast of the sleek marble-like quartz and the glowing, hanging berries give this build a real high fantasy feel. It feels like it could have been built by elves 100 years ago. It's definitely very different to the other 4 builds on the campus, but just like the rest of them, it stands alone in its own way. We've got 2 more buildings left to build on this campus, so hopefully we can give each of those a unique and refreshing style too. And there we have it. It's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have the most amazing day. In the next episode, we're going to be working on a greenhouse. So, I hope to see you there, but if I don't, I'm going to leave you with this daily quote. Here we go.